Alright guys, I want to talk to everyone about a serious subject. We've had two guys that I know of on YouTube that was in the gun community that have committed suicide within the last year. I'm not going to give any details or any specifics or anything like that, because what I'm going to speak about is not concerning them or their particular situation. What I'm going to speak about is just suicide in general, and I don't want the family or friends to get upset or anything. I'm just speaking generally here. I don't know any of the details about these two guys that killed themselves. One, the younger one, used to send me messages quite often, and we would talk about guns and different things, and it was just a shock when I heard that it had happened to him when he did this. And the other guy, he was a little older, and it was before him. It was before that time. It was going back maybe about a year now. Why is it that in this country the suicide rate is so high among teens and young people? It's one of the number one causes of death of teens and young people in this country. And in this country, we have everything. We have full opportunity, and we live so good in the United States. It's a shame to see this happen. Even if you're a millionaire, that doesn't exempt you. Kurt Cobain, the singer from Nirvana, was worth I don't know how many millions, and his problems were too big, and he shot himself. Money is not the answer. A lot of people have a misconception that if they were rich or if they had $1 million, that would solve all their problems, and that is totally untrue. You will still have the same problems that you have today and you go through every day, even with $1 million sitting in your bank account. But since people haven't experienced having $1 million, they think that that would be the end-all to any kind of problems that they would encounter in life, and it's just not true. It's not true at all. You lose a son, a mother, a father, a wife, or a husband. If you have $1 million in the bank, you're going to feel the same way and the same depression as a person that lives on a shoestring budget from week to week. It's not going to change how you feel inside. The money's still there, and yeah, you may not have a financial worry, but the feelings that you're going to have inside are going to be the same as the person that has almost no money. Now, there's a lot of different places that people look when someone commits suicide. They tend to look at the superficial. And I've got a couple of things that I wrote down here that I wanted to speak about, and two of them are songs. One, I don't know all the details of this, but I'm just going to speak from memory. And it's a song by Ozzy Osbourne. It's called Paranoid. And I remember hearing things about this as I was growing up, and everybody thought Ozzy Osbourne was the devil. It's true. That's what people, not everyone, but a lot of people thought that when I was young. But in the song, there's a lyric that says, "I tell you to enjoy life. I wish I could, but it's too late." Well, there was actually a case of a kid that killed himself, and the parents took the record label to court because they said that Ozzy Osbourne said, "I tell you to end your life. I wish I could, but it's too late." Now, everybody claims, and if you read the lyrics, that it says, "enjoy life." But with Ozzy Osbourne having the English accent that he has, there is no way to tell. I've listened to it over and over, and it can go either way. Even if I say it, "I tell you to enjoy life, I wish I could, but it's too late." There I kind of more said "endure," but if you say it at home yourself, you can have that go either way. It was pretty much thrown out of court and wasn't held up in court, and they didn't go anywhere with the lawsuit from what I remember. But here's another one. This is powerful right here. This is one of the most powerful songs that I can think of right now. This is Metallica, and it's called "Fade to Black." And I'm going to read you the lyrics here. I wish I could play the song and read the lyrics, but this video would be pulled in 10 minutes if I played this song on here because of copyright, so I can't do that. So I'm going to read you the lyrics of this song from Metallica called Fade to Black, and I'm going to explain to you why I just read this song. There is a reason. Okay, here's how it starts. Life, it seems, will fade away, drifting further every day. Getting lost within myself. Nothing matters, no one else. I have lost the will to live, simply nothing more to give. There is nothing more for me, need the end to set me free. Things are not what they used to be, missing one inside of me. Deadly lost. This can't be real. Cannot stand this hell I feel. Emptiness is filling me to the point of agony. Growing darkness, taking dawn. I was me, but now he's gone. No one but me can save myself, but it's too late. Now I can't think why I should even try. Yesterday seems as though it never existed. Then at the end, after some music plays and guitar and stuff, death greets me warm. Now I will just say goodbye. And that's how the song ends. Now, that is a powerful message in that song. And there has been a lot of cases I've seen on the news where someone committed suicide, and I've seen the mother or family member say Metallica was his favorite group, or this was his favorite song, they listened to it all the time, and the media would hype this up and talk about this song. No song in of itself is going to make somebody commit suicide. This song may coincide and fit with what you feel, but this song is just scratching the surface of the problem that they're having in their life. This is just right on the fringe. There's something more, much more there. There may be people that feel like this song was written about how they feel right now. They may want to listen to this song because it's how they feel inside. But there is much more to this than a song. Songs do hold some power. They can make people cry. They can make people happy, laugh. But no song in of itself is going to cause you to do anything. You could listen to this song day and night, every day, and you would not be any more prone to commit suicide than anyone else. Now, what do I personally feel about this song? I feel that the person who wrote this was feeling that. This is not a song of a man that a man wrote while he was with his wife and children out on a Saturday at the park playing and laughing to put these lyrics down. Whoever wrote this song, and I don't know exactly who it was, they either had felt this in their life or they were feeling it when they wrote it. This is from the heart. There's no doubt. It's too powerful. It's not just something that somebody sits down and they're having a great day and them and their friends are laughing and they write things like, now there's nothing more for me, I need the end to set me free. I like the song myself. I listen to it. I've listened to it in the past. And it never put me in a depression, and it never made me want to do anything that I didn't want to already do. But, like I said, sorry if I repeat myself. I'm doing this off the cuff, except for the song I wrote down. This song could fit in to your life and into the position that you're in your life already. It could fit right in and coincide with your feelings. And that is where someone might want to listen to something like this more. They feel that it's speaking what they feel inside because of the hurt and the pain that they feel on the inside of themselves. Most times, parents are always looking for something superficial when when a person commits suicide, everyone around them, they want to look at the superficial. They want to go through all of his stuff. Not every time, but a lot of times they want to go through everything. What video games was he playing? What movies did he watch on TV? What was he listening to on the radio? That's where they start. And the thing is, it's so superficial. You're just scratching on the outside of the surface, and the real answer is many, many, many feet below of why this person killed themselves. And it probably was with them for a long time, but they may just not have ever told anyone. And a lot of times these younger guys or girls will commit suicide over a failed relationship that they really wanted more than anything to work. And I got to tell you guys something, and it goes the same for both sides, and I'll spell that out. But to you young guys, you get with a girl and everything moves 100 miles an hour. You start right into having sex, doing all the things that adult people do, and living like that. I'm going to tell you that you're probably not the first guy that she's done that with, and you probably won't be the last. You're going to have to accept. People tend to think that it's because it's me when they're in this situation. It's because, I'm a good guy and she really likes me. But the truth of the matter is, any other guy that may show her attention or may like her or she likes them, it may happen right after, just like it happened with you, and you're going to be left stuck with all the feelings, the strong feelings that you had while you were in that relationship. Now on to the female side. If any females, you want to date the life of the party, the football player, and I'm not speaking 100%, this is just general people, but if you want to date the life of the party, the most popular guy at school, the guy with the bad boy image that a lot of girls like, you're going to have to accept that bad boy or the life of the party is still going to have the same tendencies when he's with you as he did when you met him. And a lot of times you'll know these people's reputation, but you'll think it'll change when they're with you. And you overlook the fact of what can happen for being able to get what you want right now. There is a price tag for a lot of things that we do on this earth. Sometimes that price tag can be mighty heavy. And this isn't a literal price tag that I'm speaking of. I have paid some heavy prices in my life before on things. I've paid a real heavy price on some things. A lot of you have as well. But there is a cost. And you have to ask yourself, is the price worth it? Are you going to be able to pay for what you're doing now, no matter what it is? Anything you do. Maybe your family will find out, your friends will find out what you do, and then you'll have a price to pay. Anything. And that goes with anything. Drugs, using drugs. Anything that you do, there will come a time when there's a price to pay. You get with somebody in a relationship and you move 100 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden one day it just starts to fade away and it just goes south. And then you see on her Facebook that there's another guy that she's being real lovey-dovey with. And what you feel inside, that's the price that you're going to pay for how everything went when you got into this relationship. I'm old school. I don't believe that everything has to go 100 miles an hour. If everything was done right and proper, and trust me, I have not done everything right and proper in my life on issues with girls and different things. I just haven't. So I'm speaking to myself as well. I'm not some innocent, I'm not some innocent guy sitting here trying to come off as one. But the thing is that is a price that you might have to pay. And some guys just can't handle it, especially when they're young. A lot of young people get into a problem, and it feels like that the problem is bigger than life. They don't see any way out. And as you get older, you start to learn that time heals things. And it does. Time heals things. You may have a brother or sister that dies, a mother, a father, a wife, a husband. But what you don't realize while you're going through major depression and you're going through all the things that you go through while you're grieving, you don't realize that in a couple of years you're going to look back and you're going to be able to laugh. You're going to be able to think of things that was funny that this person did or said, and you're actually going to be able to talk to people and laugh about it. Time heals. But when it happens, you can't see that far. You've got how can I say it? You've got long-term vision blindness. You're only seeing to hear. This is all you see. This is it, you're saying. This is as good as it gets. There is nothing more for me, like the song says. This is all there is. Why should I even be here? What does it matter? I just can't take this. But if you would pull that away and see that there's so much more in front of you, so much more. Some of these guys that have took their own life because of a failed relationship failed to see that in years to come they would have a wife and children, and they wouldn't even think about the person. In fact, they'd probably feel glad that it didn't go any further with that girl that they was with or the guy that she was with back when it ended. And they're going to be with somebody, and their life's going to be going along, just like it should be. But they can't see past right here. They're stuck. Time does heal things. When someone kills themselves, the people that are hurt most are the family and friends. That's the ones that take all this. You go out and it's over for you. But now the family and friends are the ones that will grieve for years to come. And it's so hard to take when it's a suicide. Suicide is much worse than a natural or accidental death, because the family and friends and everyone around you is going to think in their mind, maybe every day, they're going to think, why didn't I stop it? Why didn't I see the hurt, the pain? Why couldn't I have stopped that? I wish I could have done something. Some people will go as far as to blame themselves for the actions that you did. And it's a sad thing that nobody wins. Some people will tend to feel like it's their fault, And it's much harder to grieve on someone that has committed suicide than it is with someone that had an accidental death. Like I said, because people just feel that it's a waste, that it didn't have to be, and that it should have been prevented. A lot of these younger guys on YouTube that watch our channels, me and the other gun guys, they look up to us. Is it because I'm anything special? No. They see that we have guns that they would like to have, and we shoot guns, and we do things, and they see things that at some point in their life they would like to have. And they look up to us. So I don't know why I made this video. I just kind of had been thinking about this for a couple of days. It was on my mind. I put a few thoughts together, and I figured I would just do this video. You never know when somebody is thinking about ending their life, what they look up on the internet. Maybe they type in suicide. Maybe this video will come up. You never know. If anybody does see this video and you're feeling that way, or you're feeling really depressed, get a hold of me and I'll talk to you. It might sound silly, but I like to think there's hope, because there is light at the end of your tunnel. There really is. There is light at the end of your tunnel. I would rather be positive and think that I could help someone than to just sit here and say, yeah, it doesn't matter. Am I going to be able to take your problem away? No. Pretty much guarantee I can't do that. But if I speak to you and I try to give you some encouragement and help you to think the way you should think and get out of that mindset, you never know how it could help and change a person with the way they feel in their life at the time. And if it could help one person, that would be worth it. Alright guys, I just wanted to get this video out there. I know it's a very serious subject. I just wanted to give my views and share some of my thoughts on the subject. It's not something that's dealt with a whole lot. And I thank everyone for watching, and I do hope you have a great day.